All right, what's going on, everybody? That music was making me and probably Dustin fall asleep. What's going on, Dustin?
Not much. Just excited to get to do this with you guys.
Yeah. So everyone, welcome back to the last episode of ARL this year. So Dustin, feel special, if you will, that you're on the very last episode of 2023. It's going in the books. That's it. We're not here next week. I mean, we're here, but I mean, I'm not going to be here. I'm going to take a little PTO. But yeah, welcome everyone. And before we get into who Dustin is and learn a little bit more about him on the quick, make sure to get your ASIN in. We're going to be doing a little bit of ASIN reviews today. You might notice my background's a little bit different, everybody, because I was flooded. In New York City, we had torrential downpours over the past couple of days, and my new area down in the basement became, I don't know, a wishing well, a pond, a koi pond of sorts. There was just water everywhere. So I am like a traveling nomad. Dustin, have you ever been to the ER?
I have probably a few more
Okay.
times than I want to.
Have you ever, while you're sitting there at the ER and you're in the little room the little person comes up to you at the computer to kind of admit you from the registrar's office on the little computer, and they kind of roll up next to you. That's essentially what I need to have. I need to have one of those little kind of carts to roll around my house, because I've gone through my garage to my basement to my kids' room to this room to that room. Dustin, I might come to your room next. So anyway, let's learn a little bit more about you. Dustin is a junior brand manager here at MAG. So Dustin, tell everyone a little bit. I know I'm putting you on the spot here, and Dustin was nice enough to just jump on because I don't have another screen right now because, hey, it got flooded. So he's going to help me out when we start to do some screen shares. But Dustin, tell everyone a little bit about yourself and what you're doing at MAG.
Yeah, my name is obviously Dustin Preston. I am a junior brand manager, and I am here to learn more about the Amazon space. I came here looking for a career, hoping to be here for a long time. I am calling in from Springfield, Missouri, and I said Missouri intentionally because normally I say Missouri, and I don't feel like getting made fun of on the podcast today. But
Is that what people say in Missouri? They say Missouri?
well, it's a little more complicated than that. So we have Thomas here at the company. Obviously, he's our senior brand director. He is from St. Louis, so he's going to say Missouri. And the further north you go, the more proper they're going to speak, and the further south you go, the more we talk like we're from Arkansas, which is going to be the Missouri, Little Rock, a little bit more Hick. And I can say that because that's my entire family lineage is
There you
Hicks.
go.
So
Nothing
that's
wrong with that.
normal for us.
So when I hear Springfield, you know what I instantly think of?
Bass Pro.
No,
Should be anyway. It's the world
no,
headquarters.
no. I think of The Simpsons, but it's a different Springfield. Springfield,
That
Illinois.
that is, but I'm actually not sure which Springfield that is. If it's Illinois, Indiana, there's like 25 Springfields in the U.S. So
Shout out to my wife that calls it Illinois. My wife calls it Illinois.
Ooh, no, no,
Oh, we're from New York. That's
good
how
for
we
her.
do. Yeah, we're a little bit different here, but yeah. So
That's awesome.
let's see what's going on in the comments. I see a guitar behind you. You play guitar?
I do play guitar. I sing. That would cost extra to do on the podcast today, but
That's we have limitless budgets. I have Steven's credit card here at the ready, and we're happy to. I think someone put in the comments Freebird. I'm just kidding. What's your genre? What do you?
oh, a lot of people are going to hate me for this. I do a lot of country music, but I've been a worship pastor for the last 12 years, and
Dude,
I've
I
done.
love country. Don't worry. I'm from New York City. I love
Oh,
country.
bless you. Okay, I love that.
I I,
I've
I
had other
love
people who ask me
I,
that.
I love bro country.
Okay.
Bro, like the Florida Georgia line. Probably not the country that most country people like. The Florida Georgia line, the Luke Combs.
Yeah, it's good. Luke Combs is fantastic. I grew up playing bonus points if you know this name. I grew up playing Merle Haggard, uh, which I don't know if you know that, and that's
I
okay.
know the name because the guys in bro country, they always talk about Haggard and this and that. They reference it. Couldn't tell you
That's
who it
him.
is, but
Oh yeah, that's him
all
for
right.
sure.
All right, well, let's hop into it. Dustin, what we do here is we get some comments from people. We take a look at their ASINs. We chop them up. We dissect them. And let's get into it, right? So we got here, say it with Stone. Could you please check out one of our big creation, this ASIN right here? So Dustin, we're going to put some spotlight on you, right? What you're going to do is you're going to pull up that ASIN in a separate window, right?
On it.
And you're going to share your screen. And we're going to pull it up and we're going to take a look at it together. We're going to dissect it.
All
I'm going to do a
right.
little crash course in merchandising
I love it.
for our junior brand manager. Bang out 2023 with that. All right, cool. So we have this, and I got your stuff on stage. Here we go. We're killing it. All right. So let's click on that. All right, what do we got here? So we have some Italian stone spheres, handmade candles, and candle holders. Okay. So Dustin, what do you think about this picture? What do you think about the list? What does this listing tell you right off the bat?
I really appreciate the hand carved. Obviously, you can see the texture, very high quality. I know normally you want a white background. That's just pretty standard overall, but I'm excited to hear your thoughts because that's kind of hard to do white on white, even though there's good texture in there.
Yeah. So it's important to know what the value prop is with something like this, right? So when you land on the page, if you took the image, right, and you just showed it to somebody that didn't know anything about the listing, can I tell what I'm getting from just the image if there was no title? I
Mm-hmm.
don't think I can. right? So I know that they were on our podcast before. So what I would do, right, and take a look at the secondary images and see what we have down there. Yeah, so they have a nice gift box, right? So I would be inclined to putting the gift box or the packaging behind the actual images in the main hero photo, so that we could put on that packaging the main CTR, the kind of phrase. So something like that, we would put, made in Italy, decorative 3-pack stone, or whatever it may be, right? So I think that that's a huge value prop that we'd want to see, because it's very giftable packaging. That's definitely something we'd want to see in the main image. If you go down a little bit more on the hero images, I'm curious if they talk about what kind of candles can go into it, because I'm assuming it's tea light candles, but if they don't say it, it's yeah, they don't say it, right? So someone might be a little confused about how big of a candle you can actually put in there. Some people
Mhm.
might think you could take like a large kind of, what's it called? Uh, Tapered candle, or kind of like those candelabra candles. So it has to be more of a tea light candle, right? So I think that that's something they want to show um, in the secondary and tertiary images, and they're not doing that right now. So that's a little bit of a miss.
Yeah. Well, one of the things I'm noticing here is it says handmade candles and holders. Does that mean that the candles come with it, or is that separate?
That's interesting. So now you brought up a good point. So essentially, it went from a 3-piece set to a 6-piece set, if the candles are inclusive in it, right? So um, that's great information that I don't know. We'd want to know more. Take a look at the bullet points, see if it says it there.
It says
So
sizing.
so they're in the handmade category. Have you come across the handmade category yet in your experience?
Not a lot, no, especially
Yeah,
not with carved,
yeah.
handmade. Which again, that made in Italy tag. That would be huge for these images.
So scroll down a little bit. So you see how they have their image right there, that little circle right there. That's
Yeah,
different than most images, most listings, because that's in the handmade category. So their
yeah.
listings are a little bit kind of Etsy-like, and it limits them with certain things that they can and can't do. We typically prefer if people weren't in the handmade category for their stuff,
Mhm.
just because it gives you a little bit more opportunity to do certain kind of merchandising efforts. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
Scroll down a little bit more. We'll take a look. Okay, so they have brand story module, which is great. Um, One thing I always tell people with the brand story module is and they're using a good amount of space in it. Yeah. Yeah, they came on here last time talking about the hot dog or the dachshund dog. They had a stone carving for it. So they're utilizing a lot of good space in the brand story module, which is important. Um, did you know that the brand story module can be indexed for SEO through crawlable text and then also alt text?
Yeah, we can
Yeah.
check it too.
Yeah.
Whoa, load it up.
Yeah, so they're doing a good job with the alt text in there as well. So definitely good job with that. And this is the A plus. Um, so A plus, I'm not wowed by it right now. It's definitely a giftable item, but talking about who the customer avatar is, right? So who's someone that's going to be purchasing this product? Is it what's the art style that you're going to be giving it? Is someone that likes modern, someone that likes traditional, boho? What is it, right? So showing that customer avatar is definitely something important that we would want to see. And I don't know if that's a true customer avatar, because I know they have that same image in a lot of different things. So they have premium A plus content, which is good because they're in the handmade category. I think handmade category gives out premium A plus if you're in handmade. I think that's kind of like the thing. Um, but yeah, overall, guys, I would say it with Stone. The best thing to do is you have really good packaging. I would put that packaging in your main hero image to get more clicks and really start to talk a little bit more about the value prop. Oh wait, go back up. Sorry, it's weird when I can't control the screen. Choose your favorite sphere. That first sentence, you have favorite in the UK spelling with an OU. Make sure when you're on .com that you reflect it for the domestic American English way of spelling it. It just helps people understand, because people that don't know might think it's a typo and be like, oh, they don't know what they're talking about. So just make sure that you reflect it accordingly with that. But yeah, overall, I think this is pretty good. What do you think, Dustin?
I mean, off of the A plus content, the images are great. They're really high quality, but they're huge. So there's a lot of space being taken up here when this could easily be shrunk to make more room for crawlable text. even little tabs. I really love it whenever people put like a couple of images here, icons or anything, and then put a small description underneath it that
Yep.
says, this is what we do, this is how it helps. And it saves more room for people not to be overwhelmed with, wow, that's a giant picture of a box. And they
Yeah.
get to learn more about your product, your company, and your brand.
Yeah. No, totally. I agree. Overall, pretty good, guys. All right, let's hop to the next one. What do we got here? Let's go to this. Ryan says, hey, could you please check on this one? Let's pull up that ASIN, Dustin. Oh, you pulled it up? That's what this is? Or no, this is something else.
Yeah, I got it right here. This is the.
So just go to, take the ASIN, right? And then go to your URL bar and type in amazon.com/DP and then type the ASIN. Yep. There you go. So that's the way to go directly to the product detail page with that.
Thank you.
Learning everything. I'm imparting my knowledge on you.
Blessings.
From New York City to Missouri. Um, so we're talking about some disc golf. You ever played disc golf?
I have actually. I really enjoy it, and believe it or not, Southwest Missouri has a lot of really good country courses as well
Mm,
as freeways. The only problem is sometimes they'll combine them with driving ranges and golf courses, so it
yeah,
quickly turns into dodgeball. Just a
I
heads
get
up if you visit.
literally. Um, so what do we have here? We have 3 discs. So it's a 3-disc set at plus mini. So technically it's a 4-disc set, right? So scroll down a little bit just to see the bottom half of that main image. So that black bar, that black square that they have there in the main here image, is that packaging or is that the case? I don't know what that is. Is it a
Mhm.
holder? Or is it the box? Um, so Ryan, I'd want to know a little bit more about that as to if that's packaging or not, because if it is, then okay, that's great. But when you say 3-disc set plus mini, you have to be clear about what you're doing, plus mini disc, right? Don't just say plus mini, because I'd be a little bit confused on what that is. And let's take a look at the secondary images as well.
She's getting into it. Like she's launching that.
There you go. Sayonara. That's pretty good. Let's take a look. Mid-range. Okay, so this is what colors will vary. That makes me concerned. So that is it the pattern of the color that's going to vary, or is it the actual
Mhm.
color? Because if the color varies, then I don't like that. Because that what if I like the blue one and I get like a green one? So I'd want to know
Yeah.
a little bit more about that. What else we got?
Well, that blue color doesn't even show up on the main image either.
Yeah, that's a little. People might get a little. You might have some feedback issues with that. Although technically, right now you have great ratings and
Oh yeah.
it seems like people don't care. So maybe I'm just way off bat with that. Um, maybe it's just like a really quality product, right? So which driver? Okay. I would want to see you put a infographic pointing out the different styles and different drivers and what each one kind of means on one infographic, so I could see very clearly what it is. Because on this kind of infographic, I'd have to take a look at it, then I have to go back to the other picture, and then come back to this one and go back to that one. So I'd want to see it just all together on one. But I always tell people, Dustin, like us versus them, right?
Yep.
So especially in products that are easily commoditized, right? Like how are you different than the competition? Are you made in the US? If you're not made in the US, are you a higher grade plastic? We're thicker plastic that us, them not so thick, or maybe thick is bad and thinner is better, right? Or maybe we're more aerodynamic or whatever it is, right? So if you open up a new tab and just type in Amazon and just go to like disc golf set, right? I always tell people take a look at the SERP. When I say SERP, do you know what that means?
Mm-mm.
So this is I'm not trying to like school you, but
No, I
so
love this. Keep it coming, man.
SERP is the search engine result page, right? So when we talk about the SERP, we're talking about what shows up on the Amazon page when you search something. So this is the SERP, right? So it's important to know that on the SERP, how do you look? Because when you have your image, right, it could look amazing, but if I take a look at the SERP, how you might blend into the crowd and how do you stand out. So you have to know how your footing looks. So now based on this keyword, this is the SERP that comes up. So you could see them, they're up there at sponsored number 2. But if you scroll down a little bit more, they're not organically, they come up organically. No, that's sponsored
That's a
still.
whole category, yeah.
That's still sponsored. So organically, they still haven't come up yet per se, right?
If they
So
haven't come up at this point, it's probably going to be a no-go.
so it's interesting to see why that's happening. But go back up to the top. So, no, go back to the top of the SERP. Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, it's okay. So if you take a look at there, right, that's the competition. That's the line right there, right? So they're three pieces plus 1. So you can see that their competition is 24. Their competition is probably that one all the way on the right, that 3-piece one. Yeah. Well, actually, that's them too. No, so that's them too. So I'm wondering who the competition would be. So probably the first organic one over there, the last one on the row. Yep, that's probably their competition. So they have good retail packaging. So you see the retail packaging says very clear disc golf set. So it's super, you don't need to like guess on what it is and what it's doing. So, it doesn't have amazing other secondary images, but you could see how they picked the package shot to be their hero image versus the secondary one. So look at the secondary image on that one. They could have very easily put that as their main image, but they chose the one with the packaging because the packaging one has that clear CTR term on it that says disc golf set. So I think that if, Ryan, you're able to replicate something like that with packaging for yours, and I think that's what you're trying to do on your listing. If we go back to Ryan's listing. Yeah, I think in the hero image, you're trying to do that with that packaging in the corner. It's just not coming across as well as it could be. Let's take a look at the A+. So you have brand story module, that's good. Yep. And A+ kind of falls a little flat. You do have crawlable text. You are talking a little bit about the technology behind it, why does it do this and that kind of stuff. But I really still want to know you versus your competition. So why you, why not them? What makes you a better mousetrap than them? Especially when we're talking about a plastic disc. I don't mean to trivialize it by any means. You're doing a great business off of it if this is your listing, but we have to talk about that. So these diagrams, they almost look like scientific diagrams, which is good to know. But if I was into the disc golf kind of sport, maybe that means something to me. But if my wife is shopping or someone else is buying a gift, it might not mean much. So think of it as your customer avatar, but then also dumb it down a little bit. So we're speaking kind of not so much Greek to them. Does that make sense? Cool. But yeah, Ryan, I would definitely fix that main hero image to kind of be on par with your competition, and that should help with the clicks, and definitely make the A+ a little bit more digestible. Would be my 2 cents. What else we got here? OnePay. Hold on, can I do this button? Hold on, 1 second. Let me see. Oh, I can do that. Perfect. That works. So I removed your screen, Dustin. I control. I have
that's okay.
I have God mode enabled. Hey guys, please help me. My first time on promos. I created a social media promo code, and within I listed 7 ASINs. Yeah, so Dustin, do you know about promo code just yet? Because I'm not that well versed in this kind of stuff. So usually I tell people come back on another podcast on like Friday or Saturday and ask Jason or Faith this kind of stuff. But do you know anything about these?
I mean, I would still show up on Friday or Saturday, but those promo codes, if you're going to start doing that across multiple 7 different ASINs, then there's a good possibility that even if you did organize it well, that the people navigating are not going to know exactly what they're looking for. So if they're looking for one thing in particular, if it shows up as only one button on your social media, which I think is the next comment there as well, promo code by this means. So yes, you can share it, but might recommend consolidating it just a little bit more, having one particular ASIN that drives traffic to all the others rather than here's a bunch of them all at once. But yeah, Friday or Saturday crowd is definitely going to be the ones to give you a more direct answer.
Totes. I'm gonna play with this right here. Does this work? Hold on, let me see this. Oh, that's
Oh,
is that more pro? Wait, hold on. Let me see this. Is that I think that's pretty good, but I don't know. We got to see like this, and maybe like we're gonna play around some stuff. Blaine says, "Merry Christmas, John and Dustin." From Blaine, I never get this right, but I always go with my gut feeling. La Paz, Baja Sur, Mexico, where the ocean is blue and the weather is warm. Are you rubbing it in, sir? Because
Yes,
I'm
yes.
freezing in New York City. I have a
It's
hoodie
not okay.
on. It's just I'm by the heater. I'm doing one
Yeah,
of these. I'm doing that. It's very
yeah.
very very
Not
rude
cool.
of you, Blaine.
Well, even down here in Springfield, like we get everyone's weather. So 2 days ago, it got up to 60 degrees. Today, it's 30 with a real feel of 24. So it's just a wild card every day. You can't pack up your summer clothes until February or March.
Sheesh. Smetty. Smetty goes, ASIN this. I know it's currently out of stock. Ha ha. Ha. You laughing at Smetty. Let's pull this ASIN up.
That's not funny.
And he says, and Merle Haggard is the man. All right.
Yeah, that's 100% accurate.
All
Took a trip and never
right.
left the farm.
So this is Lysine, liver oil lemon flavor. I don't know why. When I say liver, when I say cod liver and lemon,
It's not appetizing to say. I'm gonna be real with you.
no,
Didn't
no.
enjoy saying that.
But the listing, the hero image is well merchandised. I will say that I like the I almost said limes. Oh man, the lemons and the splash behind it, and I could very clearly see exactly what that product is and what the value prop is. Right. Go back to that main hero image again. I just would rather see. Does it say made in the U.S. on it? Make my screen bigger.
Negative. Whoa, Proto. Oh, that's not very high quality. Proto Iceland.
Okay, so product of Iceland, so it's not made in the U.S. That's fine, as long as it says where it's from. Let's take a look at the secondary images over there. So why choose it? Okay, so no artificial flavors, delicious
There's the
lemony
main
taste.
thing.
Okay, wonderful. 48-day supply. So there you go. So I would go back. So it says 48-day supply here on the main hero image. Does it say 48-day supply or 48 servings? No. So I would say, Smetty, that on that box on the main hero image, put 48, either 48 servings or 48-day supply. People want to know that people lately are calling it USP or value prop is what I call it, right? But put that on the main hero image. That's going to drastically increase your click-through rate. So let's open up another tab, go to Amazon and just type in cod liver oil lemon. Let's see if there's any direct competition with something like that.
I'd be surprised, but
Yeah, hey,
wow,
yes,
that's a much bigger market than I was expecting.
so let's see. Organically, number one is that guy Carlson. So let's take a look at his listing. Okay. So hover over the bottle. Let's take a look here. So this is zoom in on the label. Yeah. So superior taste. Okay. Yeah. So we want to, and what are they moving typically? Units? You have helium 10 on there?
I do. I think I might need to reboot it though. It likes to give me problems. Yeah,
That's
I
okay. Don't
need
worry
to.
about it. Yeah, go back to his listing. So I just wanted to actually go back to the SERP. Go back to the other tab and hit back. Yep. Go back to the Amazon tab. Yep. And just scroll down. Let's see where he comes up over here. So yeah, there's a lot of lemon flavored cod liver oil. I didn't realize that.
I was
So
not expecting that at all.
yeah, no, me neither. So definitely there's a lot of, so I can see why he's drastically kind of trying to stand out with that lemon in your face kind of stuff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, a lot of these too, they already have like where it's made, the supply, it's all on the label. It's very clearly labeled there. Whereas on his listing, it's a little bit more zoomed out. The focus is on the imaging and the high quality, and
Yeah.
a lot of the details that people are looking for are small or on the second page.
Yeah, I would say that the biggest thing, Smitty, is you'd want to put 48-day supply on the top of that box, right on that kind of dead pixel real estate space on the top of that box, that blue part. Yeah, I'd put that there. Um, let's take a look at the bullet points.
Not bad.
So, do you know what the one thing I tell people, Dustin, that they need to get rid of in their bullet points?
Is it these?
Well, that's one of them because it doesn't do anything for you. But the big thing is 100% satisfaction guarantee.
Oh, for sure.
So the reason I say that is because this is Amazon. So if I'm not satisfied, I know I'm getting my money back. So I don't need you to put that there to reassure me. And all that's doing is you're wasting space where you could be ranking organically for keywords and terms, right? And search terms. So don't waste space telling me 100% money back guarantee. I already know that. So use that space wisely because no one's searching for, hey, let me find some liver oil that's 100% satisfaction guarantee. All right, so it doesn't make sense to do that. Let's keep scrolling. Let's take a look at the brand story. Hopefully there is one. So we have the from the brand. Oh, this is weird.
That's a lot of empty space.
Yeah, typically you'd want a large photo in the brand story module. We just have a really small one.
Like that one
Um,
almost.
and then, yeah, and then
What in
you
the
want to have a
world?
carousel. Yeah, that's a little odd. So you'd want to be able to have a scrollable kind of thing where you have more product shown or at least more value props. But let's take a look at the A plus content. I can't knock him because he has it. Some people don't even have it. All right. Wait, go back up. What was that lady pouring it into? Is that her cup? That's weird. Sorry, I didn't think that was a cup. Yeah, it almost looked like a kid's humidifier or something like that. Like I didn't think it was a cup. Um, but the other thing is, there's no crawlable text. Well, actually, keep scrolling. Maybe there is.
There's some down here, but I
Well,
mean,
it's just a recipe, right? So,
exactly.
um, well, actually, no. There's some.
Grain. Is that
Yeah,
Hearth or Heart Health?
yeah, typo. So typo right there, Smitty. Hearth health? No, it's heart health. So
Unless
yeah,
Hearth Health is a real thing, then please educate us. I don't want to miss out on my Hearth Health.
unless your fireplace is in need of a supplement, I don't really know. Um, but yeah, I would say that you need some real crawlable text here for organic SEO. You need to show the product a little bit better, why you went at the competition. Um, yeah, that's what I would say. Makes sense.
Yeah, and I mean, again, this all looks really good. It's engaging. I mean, the owl mug is interesting, but you can put this same stuff into crawlable text form where this paragraph is something that can be searched, enhances your SEO, just like you were saying.
Yeah, totes, totes, my goats. And Merle Haggard is the man. Let's see here. Ryan said that's just so the customer can see what it is at a glance, quick glance. What was Ryan's product again?
Ryan, the discs, I believe.
So see what it is at quick glance. Yeah, you'd want to make sure it's a little bit better though. Yeah, quick glance, I get it, but make sure it's better merchandised. Yeah, make it do better, as Steven says to me. I'll do better. Make the merchandising a little bit better because right
The
now it's
nicest way possible.
yeah, yeah. All right, let's go here. Let's take a look. Did I lose my spot? I didn't lose my spot. Hold on. Alex says if you could take a look at our bestseller. All right, Alex saying coming out with the big gun, saying this is his bestseller. So does
No
that mean
pressure.
we can't tear it apart, or what are we going to do here? All right, let's take a look. So this is TS to T. So 8 T's. So you're telling me, show me the box. Don't say top seller, unless that's on your box, man. But top seller is just so subjective, right? Like, but I appreciate that you're showing all the different T's and it's 8 T's, but they're so small. I get it that's a sampler, but they're so small that hover over them, the main image, just so it expands a little bit. Oh, the main image.
You can kind of read it, but there's no way you're reading some of this.
So you see where it says blueberry, the blueberry wild child? Put blueberries next to it. When you put passionberry, put berries next to it. When you see lean green machine, put greens next to it. When you put lavender, put a sprig of lavender next to it. Nutty almond, put an almond next to it. The reason is because you're showing me the actual product, and I always tell people show the actual product, but in this case, it's better to show the flavor because the pile of the actual product means nothing to me versus the flavor, right? From a bird's eye view, it just looks like a bunch of like mulch, you know. But in actuality, if you start to show me the almond, the lavender, the greens, the blueberries, that's much more appetizing than a bunch of loose tea, if that makes sense.
I do like these images, but this is something that's probably more appropriate for secondary images or even A plus content.
Yeah, yeah. Because the thing is, I don't know the flavors. In a quick enough shot. So you only get sometimes. So here's the other thing too that's really interesting, Dustin. So open up another tab and go to Amazon and just type in loose tea sampler. And we're going to take a look at the SERP. So the reason why this is even more important, scroll down. So they're coming up number 2 for paid. So in this category, he dodged a bullet because there's a lot of other categories where there's add to cart on the SERP. So you see right here, there's no add to cart under it. Open up another tab. I want to show people this. Open up another tab and go to Amazon and type in men's supplements.
Okay.
Scroll down. Oh, there's no add to cart here. Wait a minute. Hold on a second. Go
Is this
type
a
in
new one?
men's vitamins because Amazon's A/B split testing this, so you might not be getting it, but that's weird. So for me, if I show my screen, I show add to cart on the SERP for a lot of these categories. So Amazon's A/B split testing this. So typically in a lot of categories, you'd find type in pet supplements. I'm curious as to why you're not getting targeted with this. Wow. All right, forget it. So they're doing a lot of split testing. So if you are in that, if a customer opens it up and they have add to cart under the item on the SERP, they might not land on your product detail page to get more information. So your main hero image might be your only shot that you get. So if you take a look at them versus the competition, right? If you see the third guy over, the T Forte, the $17 one, I know that's a lemon. I know that's a peach. I know that's a mint. I could see that very clearly all the way from through your screen, through my screen. I could see that, right? So transparency is a big thing to make sure if I don't like lemon, if I don't like mint, I'm not going to click on it. I'm not going to buy it. And it's especially important too because if you're paying and someone clicks on your paid placement, if they don't know what that you have from the main hero image and they click and then they land on the page and they see and then they don't convert, that's wasted money. So you don't want them to click. You only want qualified clicks on your item. So you want to be as transparent as possible. Otherwise, you're wasting a lot of money. But yeah, let's take a look at the secondary images. This is good.
I like that.
Hot or iced. So when you say hot or iced, show hot and iced. Telling isn't selling, so show both. Unless you do show both. Let's keep on going. So you
Yeah,
show me
glass
just
is. Yeah.
that's hot. So let's see, that's hot. I'm not Paris Hilton. I'm just saying that's hot tea. So, okay, so
And
we
they
don't
do
even.
have
Yeah, but you know what? Iced doesn't come across in a mug. You want
great.
typically you want like a tall glass for iced, and then the short kind of mug for hot. That's
Agreed.
best for differentiating between the two. So, but
See,
see,
like
they do a
that.
good job. Yes, see right there, they put a mango next to it. That's the kind of image that you want to have on your main hero image. That
Yeah.
screams yummy, mango. I like mango, or I like pineapple. I want to click on it. Piles of mulch is what I call it. I'm not a tea drinker, but it is not something that you want to have. Let's take a look at their brand story module in the A plus. Okay, so this is good. This is appealing.
but it's not crawlable. That's the only thing.
Well, let's see. Scroll over. They may have some crawlable. Well, I gave them the benefit of the doubt. They have no crawlable text. So you're using it. Let's see if they have. Do they have good A plus? I'm sorry, good alt text behind the images at least in the brand story module.
Let's find out.
Yeah, they're not using it as well. You have to reset. Yeah, so just go to the beginning and then turn off the alt text and turn it back on because it doesn't scroll with you.
Yeah, they're utilizing it decently well.
So the thing I tell people a lot is typos, misspelling, Spanish phrases. That's what you want to be putting in your alt text. Anything that you don't want customer facing. So things like loose T leaves, right? So Leaves, Leafs, or whatever different way you think people spell leaves. Things like that. I could only imagine lavender is typoed, spelled wrong a bunch of times. So also in Spanish, how do you say loose tea leaf? That's something that I would want to see in your alt text. But let's take a look at the A plus. All right.
It's a repeat from the secondary images. Lots of crawlable.
But it's good, but it's also, I'm not appetized by it. I know it's not food, but it's still something you're going to consume. I'm not like, right? I'm not like,
Yeah.
this is blueberry tea, almond flavored, whatever. I want to be, when you're having something that's consumable, like someone's drinking and eating and ingesting, you want someone to feel like, oh my God, I just want to drink that blueberry wild child tea.
Mm-hmm.
If I didn't say tea, that would sound really weird. But so yeah, like Maui mango and stuff like that. Like you want people to look really like excited and appetized by it. So when you're in the food and kind of grocery category, taste is everything. So that's the only thing I would say, Alex. You have a good selling product probably, but we'd want to see a little bit more of the flavors. Make sense? Cool. Well, let's hop on to the next one. Christine says, any recommendations on international sellers popping on listings and breaking map? How do large brands stop retail arbitrage sellers from selling on their listings? I know brands need to control distribution, but it's complicated with international companies. So I'm not a lawyer. This is not legal advice. Amazon is a marketplace. So Christine, if you have, let's say, here we go. Here's a good example. I have this Anchor power bank right here, right? This is like a 10,000 milliamp power bank. Shout out Anchor. Anchor's a great company. Not our clients, but I love them. Is it? No, this is a 20,000 milliamp battery. This is a huge monster. This thing takes forever to charge. I took this thing to Disney. So if Anchor is on Amazon, right, and I buy 10 of these for my family, and they tell me, oh, I don't need them, John. I have 10 power banks. I'm allowed to go on Amazon and sell them. You can't tell me I can't sell them because it's a marketplace, right? Now, there is some categories that you can't sell in, but typically for the onesie twosie stuff, you can't stop someone from selling in that. That being said, you use things like the transparency program when international people hop on your listing. You buy sample orders of it, you test the order, you see that it's counterfeit, you complain to Amazon. That's really all that you can do. The thing that I tell people a lot is that if people are counterfeiting your product, hey, you have a good product, people are counterfeiting, right? Like people don't counterfeit products that suck. So most brands that are out there that are really good have counterfeits. Look at Apple, look at Nike, look at OtterBox, look at all these big companies out there. They all have counterfeits on there. Let's see. Innovative House says, can you take a look at our ASIN? Sure. You pulling that one up? Okay, yeah.
Got it right here. This is not it. This is the next one. This is the one.
All right, cool. So Innovative House, what do we got here? We got some Nitro. I never know how to say that. Nitro gloves. So one thing I'll say is the glove business is a big business. Dustin, do you know that? Like that's a big business.
It's huge.
The thing that always, and we have some partners that are in that space. The thing that I tell people a lot is, what's the value prop of gloves, right? So who are we talking about? So we're talking about medical. We're talking about industrial. We're talking about these are good for vet techs. Are these good for engine, like mechanics? Who is it good for, right? So talk about that very clearly on that box. That box has a lot of wasted space on it. When we talk about ripping and tearing, how many pieces. You do put 100 count in there, right? But you don't put nitro gloves. It's not clear, right? Nitro is the big thing. Like I was in the doctor's office the other day with my kid, and that was literally on the box was a giant thing that said nitro. I think I'm saying that right, but it says, you have to put that on there because that's what people are looking for, right? So those things that you say, raised diamond texture, put that on the box. Why is that important, right? So let's look at the secondary and tertiary images. Let's see. Okay, for superior grip. That's a feature, that's not a benefit, right? So Dustin, the biggest thing between feature and benefit, this is a feature. This is not a benefit. A benefit would be if I'm a mechanic, I'm using this and I don't have the slick gloves. So when I'm using it, I don't drop a spark plug into someone's engine and seize the engine up. That's the benefit of a raised diamond texture. So there's a huge difference between talking about features and talking about benefits. So we always want to talk about benefits. So that's a feature. What's the benefit? These kind of infographics are, I call them very Alibaba-esque, right? Like there just seems like it got it from China because it's super, you're trying to say a lot in one image and you're losing it, right? So puncture resistant, don't tell me, show me. Powder free, why does that matter? Chemical resistant, to what? Heavy duty, to what? Right? So bold color for high visibility, why is that important? So this seller, they're just listing out features, not benefits. So people shop based on pain points. So now we're getting into the benefits. We had to go through 4 layers to get to the benefits, right? So now we're talking about the customer avatar and the benefits, right? So when we're talking about diamond texture pattern, when you're working on your car, you don't drop it. If we're talking about bold colors, so when you're working on vehicles, it stands out so you can see it. So someone maybe doesn't crush your hand because they see your hand under there, right? If we're talking about, puncture resistant, so if you're working on something that's sharp or you don't get, hurt, especially around oil and stuff like that. So safety, you want to talk about that, right? Because that's why people are buying the product. But let's take a look down here. So go to the brand story module.
I'm also noticing that there's not a lot of details too. It just says size large. A lot of details that can be put in here just by going into manage all inventory and seeing what new additional details you can use to improve the listing.
Well,
Sorry,
that's
didn't
the thing.
want
Like, no, that's a good point. So, like, what's this? You don't have a full size run, so you don't have small, medium, large, extra large. You just have large. And what does large mean? So, if you just have large, like, how big of a hand does large fit? So you're not talking about that. Oh, you are.
oh, this
Um,
is saying small, medium, large, extra large. Interesting. Okay.
yeah. So maybe they're sold out, or they have a parentage that's broken up.
Hmm.
Bullet points, I think you could expand on a little bit more. You're
Yeah.
using them, which is great, but I don't think you're using as much as you could. You see under there, there's a display ad, a sponsored display ad for their competition. That glove works right there.
Yep.
That's sponsored, so that's basically their competition is putting a sign on their front lawn saying, "Hey, we're here." So especially in that space, you have a lot of ASINs, so do a lot of defensive tactics and a lot of offensive PPC tactics. So that's like more of a defensive tactic, like covering your page with just your products. I'm not a PPC specialist. I just play one on TV, guys. So this is a brand story module. Okay, so instantly I don't see any gloves. I see just like shoes, which is fine, but like show a little bit more about what your whole product offering is. Yeah, at least maybe we'll be wanting a lot more. Let's take a look at the A plus. Okay, designed in USA by Americans, owned by Americans, support an American business. Well, I guess we're hitting it home that we're American, right? And with a China-made product. So I
I was
get
about
it.
to say,
It's a
yeah.
China-made product, but they're trying to put the value prop that they're a U.S. company, not
Yeah.
overseas, and I get that, right? So when you
Makes sense.
say this innovative house, I would put where you guys are, right? I would put that in your brand story, and I would put like if you're based out of Missouri, right? I would have Missouri with an American flag inside the state of Missouri, owned and operated in Missouri, and show a picture of you guys. That helps you hammer home more of the owned by Americans, support an American business. Don't just say it. Telling is not selling, guys. It's really not. You have to show. Make it a compelling reason why. Show grandma out in the warehouse putting gloves in a box. That's what you want to see. That's an American business, right?
It is a little
Um,
interesting taking the wrench to the hose. Might want to look at that a little bit as
well, maybe
well.
he's
But
maybe he's resting his hand. Who knows? Like,
maybe he's like, "What in the world is going on here?" Which is
yeah,
what I usually look like under the hood.
Yeah, again, the same thing. Same thing as above is below, right? We want to do the same thing. You have just random kind of keywords sticking out there: 8 mil nitrile, erased diamond texture. But yeah, innovative house. I think that's a. I don't want to spend too much time on this. I know that there's a lot more people in the queue. But yeah, that's something I would say you'd want to do. Let's take a look here. Says thank you, Amazon guys. Is that a bunch of steaks? Man, I want some steaks. On the same team, buying shares, official doesn't. Listen, all right. Whatever this guy's doing, I want some of it. Will dent you all a promise? Man, I need a promise. The president will dent you all A plus. Do you want to get dented A plus or no?
Maybe not from this particular seller, but maybe.
Hey guys, salute from Medellin, Colombia. It's my very first product. Is it safe to share the ASIN here? I want your insights. I'm doing well at the moment, but I want your insights as pros on it. Yeah, this is a safe space. Share your ASIN without any sort of, you will not get any harsh bias from Dustin, maybe from me, but that's neither here nor there. Well done, Smetty. You got the president's approval on that. He's signing off. So just be good, sir. Take care. Alex says it's on the box. I know we're a little bit delayed here. What was on the box? What was Alex's product?
Alex was on. Let me pull it up here. We're back at the T.
He said it's on the box. What's on the box?
Loose tea sampler, brews 48 to 80 total cups, 8 teas.
Whatever. You get the point, Alex. John says, any suggestions for my product? Yeah, Dustin will be happy to pull that up for you, John. Great name, by the way.
Right. Ooh, these look fun.
What do we got here? We've got some enter blocks, 200 pieces plus. That makes me nervous when people say plus, because that means like you don't know what you're doing. You just throw in a whole bunch of stuff in there and you may get 203 or 210, but whatever. You need to put very clearly from the main hero image what it does. These could be erasers, these could be mints, these can be pieces of confetti, this could be anything. So I would say best practice is taking one of the designs that's built and put it behind the pile of the product so people can see some examples of what it looks like when it's constructed. Kind of like what a Lego would do. What do you think, Dustin?
First thing that comes to mind, I agree completely. But the other thing too is the title. There's a lot more that you could put in here with what are they actually made out of? How are you using them? Yeah, you put create and learn, the ultimate construction toy. But is this made for like how big are these pieces actually? What are they made out of? Are they silicone? Are they plastic?
What's the age group for too? Like,
Yeah,
well, is it good
exactly.
for my kid or it's good more of an adult thing?
Even
Pull up another tab. Yeah, pull up another tab and just type in Lego toys or Lego blocks. That's fine. See how they're doing it right there, that first image? Those aren't Legos, but they're showing you the products, they're showing you different designs you can make with it. That's what you want to do, the first one.
the packaging makes a lot of sense too, like having the packaging as your background.
Well, his packaging kind of is that poly bag, so he's not going to be able to do that as much, right? So go back to that. Yeah, see that first image there, the plus. See how they're different kind of styles in the background, like what you could make. That's what you want to do. Get about one or two different things and put it behind the pile of them, and that's going to help you with conversion and clicks. But also you want to put like, see how Lego puts like Ninjago 4 plus, 5 plus, whatever it is, right? Yeah, you want to put that, right? So go back to his listing. I'm very bossy. I'm from New York City. I'm sorry. So does he talk about what age it is for or no? Because you have to do that. I think that's. So this is a pre-kindergarten toy. This is in a pre-kindergarten category. I just noticed. I would not give this to my pre-kindergartner. Dustin, you have kids?
Nope, no kids.
Lucky.
Well, I don't have kids. I have 25 nephews and nieces that I see
Yeah, but
regularly.
you get to just leave after that. Like,
Exactly. It's
yeah,
great, man. It's practice for grandparenthood one day.
I'm not me. I got three kids. I'm ready to.
No bitterness.
I'm ready to. Yeah, that don't let the hat fool you. I am. Uh-huh. Well, all right. So yeah. So scroll into the brand story and the A plus. I pulled my fingernail off. Look at this. Literally, my fingernail. The whole top
Oh,
half of my pinky is gone.
when did you do that?
I don't know. I woke up like this. It's like
You
Beyonce.
woke up like that? Are you
Yeah,
sure you did that, or did someone else do that? You
probably
have
my
children.
cat. I have three
Yeah.
kids, but they're animals. They probably chewed it off. Um, so
Interesting.
I still see no, there's no brand story module, which is a miss. In the A plus content, very small images. I still don't see how old you have to be to have this. Yeah, it's concerning. Go down to the details a little bit more. Does it say the product? No, did we miss product details?
All
I
right.
thought this kind of stuff has to say like,
There we go. It's at the
yeah,
top.
here we go.
3 years and up. Oh.
I would not give this to my 3-year-old. So I think we have to talk really clearly about who this is for and how big it is. 'Cause like Dustin said, like if it's small and the kid could swallow it, that's a huge hazard. So what size are we talking about here? I'd want
And
to know
that
a
can
little bit
go,
more about that.
yeah, and that could go in the secondary images where you have the piece next to something in real life, like a quarter or something else, so they have a comparison to use.
Yeah. As the kids say, totes my goats. Oh, well, hold on one second here. Hold on. We're gonna take this off a second. We got ourselves a super sticker, dude.
Oh.
Ada Brainstorm gave us a super sticker. Uh with the right product, perfect listing, pictures, videos, A plus, could you still make a success with almost no PPC? Yeah, you could. It's going to take time. Dustin,
Mhm.
don't be shocked. You can do it. It's just going to take. It's a slow burn, right? If you have a product that solves problems, fixes issues, gives people back more time, gives people back more money. I don't know. Time is money, right? So if you build a better mousetrap, then it doesn't really matter about PPC because once people hear about you, if you're the only one in the game, you don't really need it. I've seen tons of people do like $200,000, $300,000 a month on Amazon with products nobody else has, and I'm like, how much are you spending on ad spend? And they're like, next to nothing, because they don't have to, right? So it could be done. I don't recommend it because especially a lot of people, they're doing this commoditized product. What do I mean by that? They're going to like Alibaba. Look at my cool light that I bought over here. Look at my Edison light. They're going to Alibaba and they're buying, products that are like hamburger, cheeseburger holders or something like that that they saw on TikTok, and everyone and their mom has one of these kind of things, right? So, or what's a big thing that I've seen a lot lately? Like in the summertime, you see like reusable water balloons or those multiple water balloon packs that come off of all those straws. Everybody has that kind of stuff, or um, Ziploc bag and aluminum foil organizers in a drawer. Everybody has that stuff, right? So those people go broke buying them thinking they're going to make millions and they don't solve a problem. Ada, if you're solving a problem or you're making a product that sells a lot better, you can make a lot of money on Amazon. Um, regarding the kids, it does get easier. Does it? Does it? I have a 2-year-old, a 5-year-old. I'm saying five. I have a 2-year-old, a 5-year-old, and an 8-year-old. So every 3 years, I progressively have lost my mind, and we've had kids. So um, it's a unique product that Ada has. Yeah, Ada, listen. That is as long as it's a unique product and it solves a problem. If you have a product that is a need item and not a want item, you're going to win. So Dustin, you know what a need item versus a want item is? So if a need item is, oh, you look so nice. My wife just walked in. She looks so beautiful. It's her birthday today.
Happy
Everyone's saying,
birthday.
everyone's saying happy birthday to you. I'm on the podcast. We're watched by millions of people, and they're all screaming from the rooftops, "Happy birthday, Christina!" So she turns 21 today, and that's kind of weird because we've been married 10 years, and you just turned. I can't say you turned 21. Yeah, that's. We're not going to say that. There's a good knock on the door from the government. But yeah, Ada, that's definitely something that you can do. Oh yeah, need versus want. Sorry, my wife's beauty distracted me. Need versus want, right? So I need a new can opener because it broke. By the way, did we buy a new can opener? We still didn't buy a new can opener. We need a new can opener. So if anyone has can openers out there, drop the ASIN below because we need a new can opener. We've got tons of cans we can't open. I need a new can opener. I want a vacuum seal, a food vacuum seal machine. I don't need that. I want that, but I don't need that. But I need a can opener. So that's the difference between a need and a want, right? So as long as you're having a need, you're gonna hit a home run every time. So I think it says LOL. So we have time for one more ASIN, and let's take a look at this one right here. Sorry guys if I missed you. We ran out of time. Pull up Ariana's, Dustin, and we'll take a look real quick. While Dustin's pulling that up, guys, I appreciate you for tuning in today. It's the last show. Christina, do you know it's the last show of the entire year for us? We're going to come back rejuvenated in 2024. I'm distracted again.
It's all good. I got your product ready for you.
Okay, cool. So we have some ovenly roasted. What is this?
Nice.
All right, so low carb, high protein, cheesy pack, 12 bags, showing the food, showing the ingredients. This is great.
It's a lot going on for a hero image, but it does say everything you need.
Yeah, I would just say that the low carb and the high protein, maybe make it a little bit more realistic on the package and not just like those kind of stickers on the image. Make it a little bit more organically shown on there. But let's take a look at the secondary images. Okay, it's grocery, so I have to put that kind of stuff. What else we got? So far, us versus them, fantastic. Only 3 ingredients, love it. I don't see the customer avatar. See, I kind of got lost. She looks like she's holding a bowl of dog food. Is that just me or no? Does it look like she's holding a bowl of dog food?
No, I feel like there's a better way to market this portion of it because you are representing your product correctly, but rather than having the bowl, have her holding one of the bags and it's open and slightly out a little bit, even if it's spilling out of the bag a little bit, it
Yeah.
shows like what she's actually eating rather than a popcorn bowl with that many chickpeas. I'm not eating that many chickpeas. Maybe you are, but I probably won't.
Yeah. It's just the stainless steel with the granular inside. It just looks like kibble. Like I don't mean to say that about your product, but that's just what it looks like. I'm gonna ask my wife because she's a very bipartisan. Christina, come here. You look so nice on your birthday. They can't see you, don't worry. Or they can see you. Say hi. Does that look like dog food? Does that look appetizing? Why? It's the bowl, right? All right. It looks like a dog bowl. A mixing bowl. Yeah, right. It's the bowl. It looks so nice. Yeah. So you heard it from a bipartisan shopper, and trust me, guys, she's a professional shopper. She has been known, right? Are you going right now shopping? Wonderful.
Especially for the Christmas season, I'm sure. At
She's
least
going
my
to
wife.
burn up the debit card. There you go. But yeah, no, you heard it from a third party, guys. I would encourage you, Ariana, to A/B split test. So there's tools out there like PickFu. There's tools out there like IntelliV. And Ariana, who's in the back end? Is it is it Alan or Ali back there? Put the link down for the ASIN review, where they can go ahead and submit their ASIN for review for scrolling at the bottom. Yeah, guys, submit your ASIN over here, and our team can get back to you with a detailed review, kind of like what we're doing. So if anyone's missing out over here, submit your ASIN over there, and we'll get it reviewed. We're just running out of time here. Sorry.
Yeah.
Ask Christina to come in and say hello. Oh, Ada did it. Ada, hopefully you saw her. And then John, put hexane-free organic castor oil on your nail. You'll be shocked how quickly it will heal. Okay. Castor oil, Kim. Hey, Kim, shout out. You're always here. Yeah, I know. I got to do that. That's like, it's so like, it's just like, I don't even know what's happened.
That's
IntelliView or PickFu. So IntelliV and then PickFu. So Ada, if you need any more clarification, I'm happy to just email me. Guys, throw my email below. Listen, they're fantastic. The guys, the producers in the back, throw my email below. Email me, guys, John.Aspinall, myamazonguy.com, and I'll be happy to send any kind of information that you need, any of that good stuff. If you want to follow me on LinkedIn, here we go. Ready? Watch it. Boom, the LinkedIn link right there. Follow me on LinkedIn, guys. I'm also doing a ton of the CTR stuff on LinkedIn. Dustin, are you on LinkedIn too?
I am on LinkedIn, yeah.
We don't have Dustin's link, but go follow Dustin. Go follow Dustin on LinkedIn. Dustin Preston. Prestone. What movie was that from? Prestone. Oh, that's got to be from. Do you know that movie?
I'm not thinking of that movie. I will remember it in probably 2 weeks.
I gotta figure it out and tell you. And then just Dustin, pull up our homepage, and we're just gonna run through our homepage real quick. This way, if you're ever on our podcast again, you've done a fantastic job, Dustin. Like you're a natural born podcaster.
I appreciate it. This will be the point where.
Where are you? Just go to myamazonguy.com.
I did.
That's not my Amazon.
Stephen Coe. See, you jinxed me. This is your fault.
The silliest of geese. Guys, we're My Amazon Guy, a full service agency here. Go ahead and click on careers. Show everyone we're always hiring. Click on that. We're hiring for sales, brand managers, interns, designers, PPC. Dustin, how has the hiring process been for you? Did you come in as a junior brand manager, or did you come in as an intern?
I came in as a junior brand manager. It was incredibly smooth. I actually had my interview with Jason.
Awesome.
I love the fact that My Amazon Guy puts such a big emphasis on culture. They want to find people who can fit the culture. And guys, I'm telling you, I had some Amazon experience, but if you don't have any, do not let that stop you. These people will train you to do anything and everything imaginable to really make a difference on this platform.
And watch, I do you use a Mac or no? Are you a Windows guy?
I'm a Windows guy personally.
I'm a Mac guy. Guess why? I could do this. Yeah, and then I could do this.
You can try
this
it.
Like total professional. You could try. It's not going to work, pal, because I got a
It's
Mac.
not working.
Go ahead and click on coaching, guys. We do coaching. You can get a coaching coach, Jason. He just spoke about. You could get a coach called Tom, Fran. Look at that handsome bald gentleman at the bottom right there. It's me. Look at that. No, that's Stephen. Me. If you want to talk about CTR and that kind of good stuff. What else we got? Click on our SOPs. We got SOPs. Go to the top. Click on SOPs. Guys, if you don't want to hire us to be a full service management for you, that's fine. Take our SOPs, our Thanos level powers, and put them in your team's hands. So if you have your own VAs out there, if you have your own people, anything like that, and you want to use the same stuff that we use, dude, we have like 500, 450 plus SOPs, tons of them.
So many.
So many SOPs. Lorraine says, thanks for the encouraging words, Dustin. See, Dustin, you're providing value. Look, this is chef's kiss. But yeah, dude, listen, that's all we got. That's all we got. And that's it. And that's it. I'm gonna zoom in for that. That's a wrap, guys. That is the last show, the last podcast for me. Be sure to tune in. Allie, are we doing any other shows this week, or that's it? Are we done this week? Allie's gonna tell me. I think I might be the last podcast of the year. I don't know if we're doing I don't know if we're doing PPC. There might be a copyright. Hold on. Anymore? No podcast anymore. That's it. That's it. Allie just said there's no more podcast. I am the last podcast for 2023 for My Amazon Guy, and we're going out in a bang.
Excellent,
guys. It's been a pleasure. Dustin, thank you for hopping on last minute and helping us out. Oh wait, hold on. We have a Friday this week. No more podcast. Allie, we have a. There's a Friday
Heartbroken.
there's a Friday podcast this week, guys. Be sure to tune in Friday for the podcast with I don't know who's on it. I don't think it's Faith. I don't think it's Tom. I think it's Allie. Who's on the podcast? Oh, it's Faith and Jason.
Yeah.
Tune in, whatever, for Friday with Faith and Jason. Blah 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 blah. But that's it, guys. Everyone say Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, guys. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah. Happy whatever holiday you're celebrating in between now and the new year. Be safe, be happy, be well. Make sure your hero image gives that razzle dazzle. Salt Bay. So are you familiar with Salt Bay?
I am, yeah.
Salt Bay I'm CTR Bay, right on the main hero image.
CTR Bay. There you go. There you go. That needs to be a shirt immediately.
That's the new one. Mazel tov, Ada. All right, guys, we're out of here. Have a good one.